Okay guys, welcome to another video. Today we're looking at multiplying whole numbers using partial product. So what I'm going to do, we're going to look at 128 multiplied by 5. I know you guys are familiar with the area model, and so before we go into the partial product, I'm going to briefly review the area model. So remember, with the area model, you must first draw a rectangle, expand your number, and 100 expanded is 128 is 100 plus 20 plus 8, which means I'm going to have 3 columns. And then I'm multiplying this by 5. Alright, now I always tell you, put a little multiplication sign right there, which tells you whatever is on top, you're going to multiply by what's on the side. So 5 times 100 gives us, so this is 5 times 100, which gives us 500. And then 5 times 20 gives us 100. And then 5 times 8 is equal to 40. Good job. Now, this is my area model, and all these are my partial product. So how do I now transfer this to the partial product method? I'm going to write my 128, that's being multiplied by 5. Right? So, 5 times 8, remember I did it in my area model, is 40. Then I'm going to do 5 times 20, because this number in expanded form is 100 plus 20 plus 8. Now I did it here. 5 times 20 equals 100. And then I'm going to do my 5 times 100. 5 times 100, and this gives us 500. Each of these numbers here represent a part of my product, which is why the method is called partial product. Now if I add up all these numbers, then I get my complete product. So 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus all those zeros equal 4, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So the product of 128 multiplied by 5 is 640. Are you guys seeing how you can use your area model to get your partial product? Good, I hope you are. Let's look at another example. So now I have 324, and I'm multiplying that by 19. Go ahead guys, expand your number. This is equal to 300 plus 20 plus 4. This number is equal to 10 plus 9. Now, excellent. Now I know how many rows and how many columns my rectangle should have. So I'm going to draw my rectangle. I'm going to put my number at the top, 300 plus 20 plus 4, which means I need 3 columns. Good job, you guys are paying attention. And then I need 10 plus 9, which means I'm going to need 2 rows. Remember, always put your multiplication sign right there to remind you that you're multiplying the length and the width of the rectangle. So let's go. 10 times 300. I just multiply the 1 times the 3. That gives me 3. And I keep all my zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Then I do 10 times 20. That's 1 times 2. Gives me 2. And I have 2 zeros. That's equal to 200. Then 10 times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. And I have 1 0. Good job. All right, now 9 times 3 is, I heard you guys, 27. And I have 2 zeros. And then 9 times 2 is 18 with 1 0. And 9 times 4, if you don't remember it, skip count by 9, gives us 36. Now all these numbers are my partial product, and I'm going to add them up. So now let's look at putting it in the partial product method. So I have 324 times 90. Follow me, boys and girls. 9 times 4, I have my answer right here. That's 36. Good. Then I have 9 times 20. That gives me 180. Do you realize I'm pulling my partial products from my area model? Then I do 9 times 300, which gives me 2,700. Now I'm going to multiply by my 1, which is in the tens place. So it's not 1, it's 10. So 10 times 4 is, good job, you're paying attention, 40. 10 times 20 is, you have your answer right there, 200. And then 10 times 300 gives us 3,000. Make the boys and girls be sure that your numbers are all lined up. So let us add our partial products now. I'm going to add them on this side, okay? So we had what? 36. And remember what I told you. Put them in order so that they're all lined up properly. We had 40. We had 180. 200. 2,700 and 3,000. Now if your numbers are not lined up properly, you are going to end up with an incorrect answer. Let's add now. 6, that's going to be 6. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 3 gives us 15. Carry the 1, plus 1, I'm going to add this one over here. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10, and 10 plus 1 is 11. I'm going to add a plus 1 because remember, once it's more, we regroup. And then 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So our answer is 6,156. See guys, I use my area model to help me with my partial product. Let's do one more example. The cost for the 5th grade field trip to the Atlanta Aquarium is $432. If 24 5th grade students are attending, what is the total amount of money they need for the trip? Alright, so this should be 5th graders. Good, let's fix that. So it means that I need to multiply. Before we multiply, boys and girls, let's decompose our word problem. The cost of the 5th grade field trip is $432. And there are 24 5th grade students. But it says total. Does that mean I should add? No, it does not. Because I was given a part, which is the amount of money for one person, which is $432. And how many students there are, which is another part. And then I'm asked to find the whole, which means this, if I add this, I would have to add 432 24 times. Remember, multiplication is repeated addition. So if you have to add too many times, it's best for you to multiply. So let's remember our partial product method. We are going to expand our number. 400 plus 30 plus 2. This is going to be equal to 20 plus 4. And now we're going to be multiplying. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is 4 times 2. Then 4 times 30. gives us 120. Then we're going to do 4 times 400. 4 times 400 gives us 1,600. Good. We're done with the digit in the ones place. So now we're going to multiply by the digit in the tens place, which is 2. So 20 times 2 gives us 40. 20 times 30 gives us 600. And then 20 times 400 gives us 8,000. Now we're going to add 8 plus all these zeros gives us 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 1 gives us 13. And 8 plus 1 plus 1 gives us 10. So in all, we would need $10,368. Have fun practicing partial product. Remember, if you understand the area model, then you can use your area model to do your partial product. Until next time, boys and girls, have fun practicing.